Hi everyone, I'm gonna quickly describe this week's assignment. So our learning target for this week is I can determine an element's oxidation number. And remember that all the boxes that are blue are the ones that you need to fill out. So step one is watch the video on how to complete this worksheet, which you're doing right now. So good job. And step two is use the oxidation number rules from your notes to help you. So those are the rules that we wrote down from the video in lesson one. Okay, so these blue boxes correspond to the oxidation numbers that we need to find. So our first compound is water, H2O, and it's split up down here. It's still H2O, but it's just kind of written far apart so that we can clearly align the oxidation number with the elements. So here's for hydrogen, oxygen, and then we have this equal sign over here and a blank box and nothing underneath. This is where you write the charge of the compound or the polyatomic ion. For this, our charge is what? 0. There's no charge on H2O. So I know that these two oxidation states, when they're added up, have to equal 0. If we look at our notes, we know that there are rules for hydrogen and oxygen, and the rule is oxygen is a -2. I'm going to write it down here first, and hydrogen is a +1. Now, there are two of them. So this actually gives us a +2, and because there's only one oxygen, this remains a -2. So +2 plus a -2 gives me 0. Now I did it correctly. When you actually go to type in your answers, you'll have to click on these blue boxes and open them up and type in your answer. So +1 -2 and 0. Now I strongly recommend with this assignment working it out on loose leaf first because as you saw, I was writing my oxidation numbers down here. So it'll be hard to do that if you're not working this out on paper. You won't get to write it on the screen like I am now. So have a piece of paper as you're doing it and work it out and then type in your final answers. Okay, let's keep going. So there's 7 of those. Oh, I should point out this one. So when you get to this one, you'll see there's a -3 written in this box. Do you know why? It's because the compound has a charge of -3. So I just filled that one in for you as an example. Then at the bottom, there are regions checked for understanding. This first question is multiple choice. You're going to choose your right answer and explain how you know. And then there is an open response question. Don't get thrown off by all of the words. The question is simply determine the oxidation state of nitrogen and nitrogen dioxide. So it's talking about this formula here, and all you're doing is finding the oxidation state of nitrogen. Okay, then there's a bonus question. This is a Regents question as well. It is quite a challenge, so I made this one a bonus question. You're going to choose the right answer and explain how you know as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me as you're working on this. And again, I recommend doing this on loose leaf first and then typing in your final answers.